What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope y'all ready for this interview today. Yeah, we got on Jeffrey Darko today. If y'all don't know him, y'all gonna get to know him today. What's going on, Aaron? We gotta do one of these soon. I don't know if you quite like the way that other site been portraying you, or you might not even care. I know me, I wouldn't even give a damn. Said what I said. That's what it is. Let's go. Um, just give us a second. Jeffrey's trying to join now. But in the meantime, man, I hope y'all excited for this Arnold. 4 weeks out. Yo, this is about to be a show. Top competitors. Yeah, top competitors. You said you did like it, Aaron? Oh, did it? Yeah, I figured that. I could kind of tell you didn't like it. Yeah, I'd love to have you on here so you could reiterate what you were saying or clarify some things because looking at the comment, I almost just deleted it off the page. Looking at the comments, a lot of people just they took it all the way negatively, and I don't think that's what you were meaning. Hey Jeff, I just sent you another invite. Okay, here we go. Big dog,
Um,
what's going on?
yeah, yeah.
You just left a training session?
Nah, a little bit earlier on, but you know what? My shoulders, man. I've had a shoulder injury for the past 3-4 weeks. Can't sleep on it. Can just about do chest and shoulder. So it's one of those ones, man. Very painful, man. Very painful.
Damn. How long you say you had it for, the injury?
It's been about probably about up to 5 weeks now. So I've had all sort of scans and MRIs and what did they say? They said there's a overgrowth on the bone. So, and to be honest, what they want to do, I don't
Okay.
want to do. So they're like, they got to, inject it that will make the pain go away or have an operation. I'm like, look, we're in season, man. We need to find some different other way to fix it without actually doing any operations, man. So the only other thing I can do is just leave it and sort of just ride the pain, man.
Yeah, I don't think those doctors understand how important bodybuilding is to it. So,
Hey, trust me, trust
hey.
me, trust me, trust me, trust me. But yeah, but that's all good though. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. Going good. Real good. Real good. I can't complain at all, whatsoever. Yo, I wanted to do a quick rundown of all your accomplishments. I mean, you got so many of them. I would say in the bodybuilding world, with the biggest being your trip to the Olympia in 2022.
In 2022, yeah.
Yeah, 2022. I want to start off with how did that feel to actually, when you got your qualification and you knew like, yo, all this hard work I put in, I'm actually going to Olympia. How did that feel?
You know what? It was crazy because the actual show that I done that I qualified in, which was the Yamamoto Pro in Italy,
Mm,
I kind of went there with a little bit of a rubbish attitude. I thought I was going to get fourth, fifth place, especially because I was competing against Emil Walker. I'd never beaten him before. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
just had it automatically in my head, Emil Walker's going to win. So just whatever. And when we got on the stage, and I didn't even realize I was in the middle. I was like, look, I've been stuck in this place. They're moving everyone around me. But I just wasn't taking it serious because I was thinking, oh, Emil's won anyway. They probably just got me here for no reason. And
Mhm.
so in the end, when they called out my name as the winner, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, what the hell is going on, man? So, but it was amazing because obviously this is why we do this. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it was a big year, man. It was a very, very big year, and it was a bit shocking as well. It took a long time to actually take in that weight. We're going to the Olympia, because we've seen it through so many people's eyes.
Yeah.
From watching the Jeremy Buendias and the Ryan Terrys at first, and your Brandons and your Lucky Libras and them sort of people, and then now it's like we're actually going to be with these people. Do you know what I mean? So it was
Yeah.
amazing, man.
Okay. Yeah, I feel it. Um, I remember when I was invited to go to Olympia in 2018, and that was back on points. I don't know if you remember the point system,
Yeah, yeah,
but yo, that it was a hectic thing, and that feeling like to be on stage with like the best, even though I was stationed in Korea, I wasn't able to go. Just like that feeling of being able to be on stage with the best and like actually, yo, I get to stand toe to toe with the top guys and see where I rank. Like all this hard work I put in
100%.
has
Yeah,
finally paid off. So yeah, I can imagine. So that was the feeling when you realized you were making it, when you were actually on stage. No, let's go back. When you were backstage, how did that backstage feeling feel? Like you're looking at these dudes, or maybe you're not. Maybe you just tunnel vision. Like how was that feeling?
you know what? I can't. It was mad because that's the year where it was like Aaron Banks was there, your Brandon was there, and it was just a big hype energy. Behind the stage, everyone was shouting. Me and Emil and Yemi was the only ones, obviously from the UK, along with Ryan Terry. But we were
Yeah,
like new to the game, so our first time we've been there, everyone was showing us love, but it was just like, oh shit, Emil, look at Aaron, like, yo, there's E-Man, there's this one, there's that. And we're like, wait, hold on, we're getting up on stage with these guys,
yeah,
but it's just so exciting to be able to stand next to them, and they're like, yo, just cool down, man, just no need to warm up yet, we're not going on stage yet. Obviously we were just excited to be there, but they were still
yeah.
showing us what to do, like, yo, guys, come and chill out over here with us, and like, it's you just have to be there to be able to understand that type of feeling, like, yo, like, actually, wait, Jeremy Buendia's over there, like, that's been our guy from we grew up watching this guy. Now he's here, like, do you know what I mean? And he's coming backstage and he was talking to all of us as well, and it crazy, man,
Hey,
absolutely crazy.
hey, hey, Ben said he was there. Don't forget about him.
Oh yeah.
You pointing out the other big names. Don't forget
Yeah, no,
about
no,
Ben's
no,
name.
no. Ben did show us a lot of love. We got to meet Ben's family. Ben's been amazing to us, man. Amazing to us in the
Nah.
UK. He's always shown us love and everything. So yeah, he was there. He showed us the ropes, and he helped out a lot with the posing as well, man. So yeah, man.
Backstage at the Olympia, he was over y'all?
Ben was there. Ben was there. Yeah, he had
Yo,
our backs, man. Ben was there. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yo,
yeah.
that's
Shout
a
out to him,
that's
man.
that's a stand-up dude. I mean,
Yeah,
typically
yeah.
you don't get that. Like I was saying, everybody's usually tunnel vision. Not to say that they're like they're 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 putting off anger or anything like that or jealousy, or they just a tunnel vision and they're focused about themselves. So for him to go back there and help you, that's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope. To spend his time
yeah.
helping y'all, that's cool.
Yeah. We always get that though. It's like when we did the Arnold Classics and we had Ali Bilal backstage, and or even at the athletes meeting, and he was like, "Yo, guys, like, go and shave off your face, man. You need to look like fresh for the show and stuff like that." This is like
Mm,
stuff that usually you wouldn't tell your competitors, but you know what I mean. Just when you know you're good, you're that good, you can help anyone out, and
mm.
you're not taking anything away from yourself. So that's what the sport is about as well. So we don't mind doing all of that. So yeah, that's a good thing about Ben, about Ali. So yeah,
Damn, that's dope.
yeah,
Ali was talking about
yeah.
shaving your face.
Ali was talking about, yeah, he had everyone
He's
in the
smart.
finals, yeah,
He's smart.
shaving off. But it made sense because he's like, look, you need to look fresh, like, cut your hair, shave your face, like, look fresh, do you know what I mean? Because we
Yeah.
didn't know about all of that. We just thought, like, you know what I mean? You just got the body, that's it, turn up on stage. But obviously, it's men's physique as well, so you got to have that nice, fresh, nice look as well. So that's something I didn't think about, do you know what I mean? But, he told
Mm,
us all of this, like, he shared it with everyone, and everyone was running to the bar, was like, yo, cut everything off, do you know what I mean? So,
damn.
yeah, it's good, man. Yeah. But this is, as I say, there's little pointers that you might not think about that might make sense to the judges and stuff like that. They might not exactly put it out there, but as I say, it's men's physique. It's not raw like bodybuilding or classic even. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Nah, I definitely get it. Oh damn, that was dope of Ali. So let's back all the way up, and I would like to know what your early life was like because a lot of different competitors, they join the bodybuilding community for different reasons. So like, what was your early life like?
Yeah. So, uh, mine a little bit rocky because how did I start off? So, not to go too far back, but I went to, so I was in school. I'm not really the greatest of learners. I get distracted easily. Even in my older age now, I get easily distracted. So school wasn't really my thing. So I used to do anything to try and get out of the class, not be in the class. And eventually, when I was about, 14, 15, that was the first ever time I went to jail. So, and I
Mm-hmm.
got kicked out of school around that same time as well. So from there, I kind of followed that sort of path. But my mum, she used to go on holiday quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So she used to always go Ghana, always be in America. So I kind of hit the streets very earlier on, so 11, 12 years old.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I started getting arrested from them sort of ages there. And plus, it's not like now, them ages there, you kind of had to stand on your own 2 feet and make money. Now, the young people, they get given money all over the place. So it was different. So that's how I kind of came out here. I was on the streets from early, started getting in and out of prison from early. And that's where I started learning how to train. But I got strong very quickly. So that's what I noticed about myself. Like for example, I went to prison, October 2003, and
Mm-hmm.
then I couldn't bench nothing. So the first time
Hold
I
on,
got
hold on,
there,
hold
we
on, hold
went.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You jumping right over this prison stuff, in and out of prison, like that's a normal thing. That's so. So, what kind of struggles were you facing at that time that had you in and out of prison?
The thing is, it's not like you're facing struggles.
Uh
It's
huh.
who you're around and what you're doing. So, because
Yeah,
not
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
faces struggles to actually go to prison. It's just the environment you're in, so the people you hang around with. So, if you're doing what they're doing, you might have a good home life, which I did. But it's just that's where I was. Do you know what I mean? And that's the type of people I was with. So
Probably with
that's
the
what
wrong
had
crowd.
me. Yeah, so that's kind of what had me going in and out of jail. And I was known then. There was a lot of gang wars going on at the time as well. So we had our own little group and we just do what we do. Do you know what I mean?
What's
We
the
do what we
biggest
do for
gangs
me.
in the UK? I always
You know
wondered
what?
that.
You know what? It's the UK now. It's a bit different. Back then, it was like all the main gangs were in the main parts of the UK, so London, Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham, and stuff like that.
Mm,
And then in London, in East London, South London, so East, South London, and North. Sorry to all my West London people, but West London is like a very nice place to go to. Yeah.
yeah.
So the gangs there weren't really that big, but in East London, we had a few gangs here, and our gang, I would say, was at the top at that time.
You still
So
involved with
we
gang
could.
activity?
No, man. No. And you know what? Now in my older age, I look at them and I'm thinking, bro, what the hell are you
What
guys
was
doing?
you
How can you stand?
thinking? Yeah,
Yeah, like what? How can you stand on the streets all day? How can you do this? How can you shoot that one? How can you stab that person?
yeah.
But back then, you're in that sort of world, so you don't see the wrongs that you're doing because you got your own rules. Remember that.
Oh
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
is what it is. Yeah. So whatever happens, that's what goes, and you just deal with it in that vicinity. So. Yeah, that's what it was like, man. Good times, I have to say. Do you know what I mean?
In
I don't.
jail?
The thing is, you have to. The thing is, look here. If you're gonna go to jail,
Yeah, yeah,
like you've got no choice but to make it good for yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna suffer. So when you're young as well, our youth jails is a bit different. They
mm,
give you everything. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
You're allowed a whole load of time outside your cell and stuff like that. Except from when there's fights. If there's fights, which in the youth jails, there's a lot of fights every single day. Pool balls flying, batteries in socks going around and stuff like that. But that never really happened to us because of the gangs that we came from. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
And plus, I generally don't really get into arguments and fight with people unnecessarily. So I was known in the jail. I was like friends with more or less everyone. So it was all right. It was fun for what it was. Do you know what I mean? Back then,
Nah,
I can't even. I'm not even
I,
gonna
I
lie
got
to
it.
you.
I definitely
Yeah, I mean,
can get that and understand, especially so now you're there and you're around more people like you, and so I can get that. I can definitely get that.
yeah,
It's interesting to me because I've talked to a lot of competitors, and it's more than you would think of that have been to jail,
yeah,
myself included. I went to jail at a young age as well, and shit, the prior Mr. Olympia, he was in jail for a while.
yeah,
For a while,
yeah,
he did a little stint. I don't know if you know or not. He shared it, Raymond Edmonds, before, but to make it out of that and to make it where he is now, like it's just crazy to think about. And a lot of people might be in that circumstance or just getting out of that circumstance and think like, yo, what can I do with my life after that? But it's plenty, and you're showing it. Other competitors are showing it. Just other people in the world are showing it.
Yeah.
Um, so so back to being in jail. How did that like change your mentality or your way of thinking? I guess maybe the last time that you went, since you said you went a couple of times.
You know what? You know what? Actually, brilliantly, you know what happened? So, the last time I was in jail, so I got how long? I got 7 years. I've done 4 years. So in my last like 2.5 years, so we was like in and out of like getting like sent all around the UK, but I kept on ending up in this like the maximum security prison in
Mhm.
London. So, which again was a very nice jail. It sounds crazy to people on the outside, but the jail's lovely. You know what I mean? It's got terrorists, killers, whatever in there, but they're like,
I don't
it's
know
not
if
as
that's your
bad as it seems.
if that's that's the way y'all talk out there, but lovely out here in the U.S. means something totally different
Hundred
than
percent,
jail.
100%.
Maximum
Yeah,
security.
yeah. It's not as bad as America. You know, like America here, Rikers Island and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
England we don't have them sort of prisons. Even our maximum
Uh,
security prisons are not like that. So you could be
okay.
on the same unit as someone who's killed 5 people and he's doing his own thing. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
it doesn't really matter. Whereas in America, if he's killed 5 people, he's probably going to try and kill you too.
You
You know what I
probably
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, the UK is not that bad. But when I was in there, what I kind of noticed is that there were like groups of people on a murder case, like joint enterprise murder cases, and they were
Mm-hmm.
getting to court having their trials. But what they were doing is that, say, like there's 5 people in the case, 4 of them will always tell on one person, and then four of
Yeah.
them will sort of not get off. They'll get off on the murder, maybe get manslaughter or violence disorder, so they get a lower sentence. And then when I started seeing that, I thought, okay, when these guys come back to the jail, fuck they're gonna get rushed. We're gonna have to fuck them up, whatever. But they were coming back to the jail and they were going to normal population, and then like everyone will be okay with them. So then I was thinking, wait, hold on. The only people not talking to them is like the old school white gangsters,
Mm-hmm.
and all the Muslim people wouldn't talk to them. But everybody else who's meant to be these big gang members was talking to them. So I thought, wait, you know what? This don't make sense. Like, how could this be happening? But it wasn't like only 1 or 2 cases. It was like over 10, 15 cases. So then I was like, you know what? This gang shit don't make sense. It's all this like,
Mm-hmm.
man them over bitches and we man them stick together forever. It's a lie. So then from there, I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. Like, I just literally switched up overnight. So then I started like going to the classes, and I done the whole IT course, smashed that. I started just doing loads and loads of courses,
Mm-hmm.
and then I moved prisons to a prison in South London, and then from there, I started to do cell workout. So in prison, every day, no matter what, I was awake by 5 a.m. By 5:30, I was doing like a cell workout for about 45 minutes. And I'll just wait till they open the door. And then we go in the exercise yard and still train some more out there. So that was my whole prison regime all the times. And then
How
what I
long would you
started
train
doing,
out there? So you said 45 minutes in your cell doing probably
yeah,
like calisthenics and stuff. And then
yeah.
when you go out to the weights, how long would you train? And
No,
what
no.
would you do out there?
When we go to the exercise yard, so it's just like a massive yard. You just go walking around. So what
Mm-hmm.
I'll do out there is just do pull-ups, press. So we'll have a pull-up bar, press-ups, dips, and stuff like that. But there'll be a whole load of us. So there'll be like
Mm-hmm.
20 man on the pull-ups bar, and it's like we're just doing reps and reps. And you know how it is as well. 20 man standing around,
Yeah, yeah,
pissing
yeah.
at each other.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. So yeah, it was just like that. So every single day of our life was exactly like that. And then when I got to this prison in South London,
Mm-hmm.
I started to bring my cell workouts to training in the cell outside. And everyone used to laugh at me. Everyone used to be like, bro, what are you doing? Go chill out, man. Sit down. Like, we're going to go gym in a bit. This guy's always running up and down and jumping or whatever. Then
Yeah.
eventually, one guy joined me. He was an Iraqi guy, so he joined me, and me and him started doing it together. Now,
Mm-hmm.
after about 2 weeks, people started seeing us to get a little bit ripped up and stuff. More and more people started joining us. So before you knew it, we had about 150, 200 man on an exercise yard training every day. So then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
officers one day pulled me into the office and they was like, look, mate, what you've done, you've got 150, 200 prisoners that all they want to do is sit on the phones all day, smoke weed all day, and not do nothing. Actually, outside training, like they're like, look, what you've done is a very big thing. We could have never have done that. So they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you need to do this thing called there's a thing called personal training and boot camps. when you come out of prison, you should do that. So I thought, okay, look, I don't really want to do that because I don't know what that is, but I'll give it a try. And I've done a personal training course, and then I come out of jail, and that's been my life. I thought, you know what, actually, what these officers said, I'll give it a try, and it worked out. Do you know what I mean?
Damn.
So
Y'all
that's
y'all can
how
smoke
like
weed? Y'all can smoke weed in prison?
you can't smoke weed in prison, but some of
Oh,
the prisons they just can't be bothered. So if you was to
yeah,
walk into
yeah,
Brixton prison, the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
place stinks of weed. Everyone's on phones. Everyone's doing something they're not supposed to be doing. You know what I
Damn.
mean? But those are not my type of jails, like because I don't smoke weed and I don't care about being on the phone. So they're not my type
Yeah,
of
yeah.
prisons. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. But for those of the people that want to chill out and just have a nice time, yeah, they go to them prisons and they're happy days for them. You know what I mean?
I see why you say it was lovely. It makes sense now. Um,
But you know what though? Saying that, it's like that's why I said like, going to jail for me kind of was a good thing because if I didn't, I'll still probably be on the streets now. So
mhm,
you have to see that last time I was there, for me to see that all these guys were snitching on each other, that taught me straight away that this street code is a lie. It's not as real as we think it is,
yeah.
especially when, like when serious cases come along. Now look
Hmm.
what was happening because it's meant to be the code of no snitching. We ride it together. Now they're not riding it together. Everyone's snitching on each other. So that was the like number one for me. And number two was the officers pointing out that actually you could actually go outside and do this and be something because you've created it in jail.
Yeah.
People would actually pay you for this outside. And I'm like, why would people pay for this outside? Because they're like, it's a very big thing. The fitness space is growing, so go and do it. And I come out and I've done it, and yeah, we've been successful at it. Do you know what I mean? So
That's dope. Have you ever like talked back to any of those guards that put you onto that?
nah, I need
No.
to, man. I
Yeah,
actually
you
need to
got
because they
to.
changed my life. They actually changed my life. But that's what jail was like for me because
Mm,
I'm always a curious person, so I always want to know stuff. So even when I did the IT class, the
mm,
IT teacher allowed me to teach some of the IT class. Do you know what I mean? Because he's like,
yeah.
look, you're really good at it. So if you can teach it, then maybe you can go outside and want to be an IT teacher, or you can work for Microsoft. You can do this. You can do.
Mm,
So he taught us stuff that they normally wouldn't teach in a job because they teach basic stuff. So he taught us advanced stuff. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So a
yeah.
lot of the IT stuff now, I'm able to do it for my own self. Do you know what I mean? So
That's
yeah,
dope.
it's yeah,
You
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you and that's you seem like the type that wants to give back just from everything that I've seen you post or like your comments on people's pages or lives or stories or whatever it is. You seem like a person that wants to give back. I mean, maybe look into that, going back to that maybe specific jail or prison and linking up one of those guards and hey, let me go and talk to these young guys,
Yeah,
the youth, or even in youth prison or whatever, and talk to them as well. I think that'd be
yeah.
dope.
Nah, definitely. There's not a lot of great role models ahead of us. So
Yeah, yeah.
actually, people seeing that you can actually change, and society will allow you to change and allow you to be what you need to be. I think that's what people don't have belief in. They think once you go to jail, that's it. Once you're
Mm,
on the streets, that's it, and that's your life. But it's actually not because I've achieved everything without any education, and everything that I've done, I'm self-taught. But the one thing that you have to do is you have to want to do this
mm.
because it's not a forgiving game. You don't just wake up and people are bringing you stuff. You have to get it. And there's a lot more no's than yes. But for me, I'm like, I never give up. I don't care if you tell me no. I'm always going to find a way. And I always believe in life, there's a way for everything. There's options. There's always a way. If there's not, you have to create that way. That's what I believe. So I don't give up with anything. I would always try. I don't care.
Now, I so I want to get off the prison subject, even though I feel like this is a good topic. It's a good thing to talk about, and I feel like maybe in the future, I was talking to your agent AJ about it. Maybe bring together some guys like that, and then having a
Yeah.
discussion and just the show and outreach or whatever. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
But so getting off of that, so when did you set your side? No, 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 no. So you got out, you started training.
Mhm.
How did that go for you? Personal training.
So the personal training. So at first, what I had to do was actually go to the gym.
Mm,
Actually, the first gym I went to was in the same area I lived in. So
mm,
I came out. My brother knew the manager, so he was like, "Look, what does your brother look like?" He's like, "He's very big. He's just coming out of jail." The manager was like, "Look, get him in. I need him in here." So he allowed us to come in straight away.
yeah, yeah.
So he was one of the managers that he doesn't care. Like he just takes loads of prisoners because he wants to help change their lives. But then I was like, you know what? I'm in the same area, so I'm gonna go to another place. So I went to a whole Asian area, and I was working there, but I was working there voluntary. So when they
Yeah.
saw how good I was doing, then they gave me a job. Like, listen, we need you to work in our gym. So that's what I've done, and I started personal training about 9 months after I come out.
Hmm.
And say I started off when I first started, I had about 2, 3 clients in the first month, and the second month I had about 30 clients. So
Damn.
yeah, I went from 0 to 100 quick. You know what I mean?
Damn. That's
Yeah,
what's up.
yeah. Yeah. But again, I had to build that. It wasn't an easy thing to do
Yeah,
because,
yeah, yeah.
again, I speak to everyone. I get to know everybody. I get to understand stuff about people.
Mhm.
And, personal trainers, it's like, if you're not paying me, I'm not helping you. I'm not like that. Me, I'm
Yeah,
like, well,
yeah.
you come to the gym. I see you all the time. You're doing the same thing. Come, let's do something different. When I finish, high five.
Mm.
You know where I am, and that's it. So you got personal training. It's all about the way you build a rapport with people. That's what matters. It's not sometimes forget the exercise and what you know. It's how comfortable you can make people feel and buy into you, and that's enough, man. You know what I mean?
So the
Uh,
personal training was going well. What made you start competing?
Start competing. You know what? My idea first was I'm gonna get a whole load of competitors and I'm gonna build a team and I'm gonna go get sponsorships for us and I'm gonna
Yeah.
take my cut out of that. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to manage athletes. And as I was doing that, what I started seeing is that when we bring on these athletes, they're doing well. So I'm paying for these athletes. I'm paying for their supplements.
Hmm.
I'm paying for them to go to the shows. I'll pay for them to stay where they need to stay.
Hmm.
It's like they wasn't really, I don't know, some of them became arrogant. Some of them just wasn't doing what they needed to do. So then I was like, you know
Mm.
what? Wait, hold on. I can actually do this for myself. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do this for myself.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
what happened. You know what I mean? Some of my friends like talked me into it, and yeah, that's it. But my first show, I'll send you the pictures after, was a disaster, man. I went there with a big massive belly. You know what I mean? It was just like fun for me and my friends. Because again, I don't mind acting like a clown, making the crowd happy. So I just
Yeah,
went there,
yeah.
had fun. I didn't know how to pose. I didn't know what to do. I was just
Yeah.
doing whatever I thought. You know what I mean? It was just a funny, nice day. You know what I mean? But,
Well, how
yeah.
was that feeling getting on stage? You like extra nervous or
No,
you didn't care?
the thing is, it was all right because again, like I don't mind massive crowds and just acting like a clown. Do you know what I mean? I love drama.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what I used to do. That's the one class I didn't get in trouble in school is drama
with
because
drama.
I really loved the drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Acting and doing stuff, I really loved that class. So it was all right. So for me, getting on stage, it was okay. It's just number one, I knew I didn't know what to do, and number two, I knew I didn't look good anyway. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go out there and do whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's just go out there and have fun in it. You
Yeah,
know
you
what I
got
mean?
you got to
So,
send me those photos. I need to see what that looked like.
bro,
My first show was wild, man. My first show was wild. So I can only imagine. I was a drill sergeant at the time, and so we had to have like the stern face all the time. And so when my coach is telling me, "Yo, get on stage and smile," I'm like, "Yo, I don't know how to smile. Like that's not in me right now."
yeah.
So I mean, I got the drill sergeant face, and I'm staring everybody down. So I can only imagine. Hey, so right now you working with cuts. What made you join with cuts? How long has that been going on?
Do you know what? I have to say, it's probably one of the best decisions that we ever made. So when I moved to
Mm,
Cuts, I moved with Omar. So you see, there's always a trio: me, Omar, and Emil. So
yeah,
at first, I tried to get all three of us to go together. I was with a coach called Jamie DeRigo, who was really good because he got me my pro card and everything.
yeah,
And he's what I needed at the time because I don't lack discipline, but I lack concentration. So if I get a little bit
mm,
distracted, I can't do what I need to do. It's just how my head is, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So when we came to Cuts was like Cuts doesn't shout. I can't explain it. He's very gentle, but it's like he's slapping you with gentle words. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's how he was with us. He doesn't really take bullshit, but he just speaks soft, but it just really hurts. Like I don't know, like I can't explain it. But he was the right choice for us. Like he knew what we needed. At the time we was on too much drugs. He cut that out. We wasn't focused on the training too much. The diet was all over the place. So this is the stuff that he needed to fix. And at that time, I had just bought a gym at that time as well. So
Mm,
it was a bit difficult because I couldn't give him 100% because I couldn't stay focused. So
yeah, yeah.
how he brought my body in 2022 is even more amazing because I was not having my meals. I wasn't training the way I was supposed to be training, and I wasn't doing the amount of cardio that I needed. But I've got good genetics, so it
Yeah, yeah.
kind of worked out. So if I had stayed focused and done everything I needed to do, I would have destroyed Ali Bilal in the Arnold Classics. Yeah,
Damn.
I
Okay,
would have
okay,
destroyed
okay.
him,
You hear
mate.
that, Ali?
Yeah.
You feel like that for real?
Yeah, yeah. At that time, if I had done everything I needed to do, I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
have been able to come. I would have looked 100 times better. At that time,
Mm.
I could say he only had my 60% because I was at the gym. I was sleeping in the gym. I'll send you them pictures as well. I was sleeping in the gym on the treadmills every day. You know what I
Damn.
mean? Every day on the treadmill. So yeah, it was a lot, man.
That's a grind. So how's your gym doing now? You still got it?
No. So now we're out of that gym. It was too much. It was too much hard work, man. It was too much hard work.
Man.
I don't think I would ever open a private gym again. I think I would always do a commercial gym. I think that would be better for me, man.
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This guy Nathan, I don't know who it is, guy girl. I can't really tell. I'm assuming it's a guy named Nathan. They asking if you train white people. I don't know. I don't. I'm assuming you train all kind of people, but
They just
I
said in
figured
the
I would
comments in
just
his photo he called someone a white piece of. No, I don't know. I think you've got some trolls. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know. I don't know.
uh
I don't know. This is the UK, so you might get a lot of bullshit. Don't worry about it.
Cuts, you were with Cuts when you went to the Olympia?
So I was with Cuts when I went to Olympia. So in 2022, we switched to Cuts, and
Hmm.
then that's when you brought me in for the first show, which was the Yamamoto Pro in
And that's
Italy. So
when
we
you
won
won.
that one,
Yeah.
and then which one was it? Then straight after that, we had the Arnold Classics a month later, and I come second in that show there.
Hmm.
And then obviously we went to the Olympia, and I kind of messed up a little bit, and I came in the fourth call outs.
At Olympia, that's shit. That's good. First Olympia,
Yeah, first Olympia.
yo, that's good.
Yeah.
The way you said it, it sounded like you were a little disappointed, but yo, that's good.
It is good. I did expect to do better, but I at the same time, I always say, you know what? I shouldn't have done. I should have. I think I placed in the right place because I didn't bring my best, and I wasn't giving Cuts my best as well. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
at
yeah,
the same time, I didn't know that I was feeling sick at that time as well.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think I got lucky with the whole thing. Yeah.
Hmm. After Olympia, you said you were feeling sick. So what
Yeah.
was going on?
So at that time, straight after the Olympia, like literally as soon as we came off stage, we went to In and Out Burgers to get something to eat. About 2 hours, say 3 hours after the show,
Mm.
I felt sick straight away. So I was throwing up, I was on the toilet, and then I couldn't breathe properly. But I
Oh
didn't know why.
shit.
I just thought, you know what, maybe just using the diuretics and stuff like that. This is something that Cuts didn't know as well. So Cuts,
Yeah,
I'm sorry if you're watching. Yeah, I was using diuretics and stuff. You know, you've always got to do your own kind of thing in it. Yeah, so sorry, Cuts. Yeah, shit. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I was feeling like extremely. I just couldn't breathe properly. But then at that time, I think a lot of the athletes that 2022 Olympia had COVID as well.
Yeah,
So I thought,
yeah,
okay, it
yeah,
might be a
yeah,
case
yeah,
of COVID,
yeah,
but I don't want to get stuck in America. So I was like, no matter what, I am not staying in this country. I'm not going to the hospital here. I'm just going to ride it till we get to the
yeah. You don't
UK.
want to do that. Not out here.
Yeah, because we would have got stuck at it. So as soon as we got back to the UK, I went to the hospital about say 3, 4 weeks later, and what did they say? I had heart failure. So they said like my
Oh
left ventricle
shit.
wasn't pumping strong enough.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but at the same time, they was like, you can go home. So I was like, okay, well that means that I must be all right. They're like, no, you're not all right, but you can go home because we don't have the doctors that you need, they're not here right now and they're very busy. So you can go home and someone will give you a call. So I was like, look, this don't make sense. So we called a private hospital and I
Yeah.
went private and they checked out and they told me, look, you got a thickening of the walls in your heart and stuff like that. Which number
Oh
one, they said is
shit.
kind of a normal thing with black people. And number two, a normal thing with athletes. They're like all athletes, footballers, basketballers, bodybuilders, athletics, they all have this thickening of the heart. The more you train, the
Mm.
more the heart is a muscle, so it will grow as well. So
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that. So because I put it down to okay, probably using steroids, but they came to me and said, "Look, this is nothing to do with you using steroids because with that amount, because I took all my steroids and I took it to the hospital and I put it on the table and they went through each one and they was like, okay, this isn't for humans, this isn't for humans, okay,
Oh
this
shit.
is not that bad, you know what I mean? And this is for breast cancer and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they was like, look, it's got nothing to do with the steroids. They think it's part of my genetics. Like someone in my family has got this, heart problem already, so that's where I could have got it from. So they're going through
Damn.
genetic testing at the moment as well.
Uh, you doing it right now too? You talking about at the moment then
No, no,
regular?
no. So at the moment,
Oh, okay.
we're doing that
Okay.
because you know what? In all honesty, all the hospital's done is they gave me something to slow down my heart so it
Hmm.
doesn't beat hard.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, but at the same time, that was making me fall asleep too much and just be tired all the time. And
Oh
I was like,
shit.
well, if I'm going to be tired and fall asleep all the time, then I can't train
Yeah.
and I can't even focus on my business. So I used to pretend to take the tablets and not take it and just try and keep myself calm all day. So I used to just watch loads of videos on
Mm.
YouTube, how to keep your heart calm, how to not be stressed out and stuff like that. And that's what I kind of learned within myself because they told me no gym, no cardio, no nothing, no training,
Damn.
no protein eating, you know what I mean? So I was like, look, this doesn't make sense to me. So what I done on YouTube, and I wouldn't recommend it for anyone, you know that. So
Oh shit.
on YouTube, I was watching like the old school like videos of all the doctors used to sit around like in the 70s and 80s, and they
And
used to discuss
they used to
problems.
speak the truth. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I
I
started
remember.
watching
Yeah, yeah. I
those
watched it.
videos, and it was like the worst thing a heart patient, someone who's had heart failure, stroke, a heart attack can do is be sedentary, just sit down and do nothing. And I was like, but
Oh,
this is what the hospital told me to do. So then I thought about it straight away. I was like, okay, I'm going to try what they're saying. So they used to be like, start off with 5 minute walks, like going outside, walking around for 5 minutes.
hmm.
And that's what I can handle because then I'll be seriously out of breath. And then I started like picking up my pace, walking a little bit faster for 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and then 15 minutes. Then I switched from outside to the treadmill because I was like, I want to try and keep some consistency in the speed that I'm walking.
Yeah, yeah.
And I started on the treadmill 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But then every, 3 to 4 weeks, I'll go to the hospital. They're like, oh, you seem to be getting a little bit better. What are you doing? And I was like, well, I'm following what you guys are saying, but really, I was doing what I was doing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then I started increasing it to like half an hour cardios, started going in the gym a little bit, and they was like, oh, look, things are really getting you better. Your heart is responding normal now and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what, forget you guys. So I just kept on watching them videos, and that's how slowly I got myself better. Do you know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, but
Damn.
that's the reason why I wouldn't recommend it for everyone because not everyone's got that sort of strong willpower to look after themselves. As athletes, we always want to know stuff. We're using stuff, so we always want to know what makes us better, what makes us sick, and when to stop and start stuff and stay disciplined as well.
Yeah, yeah.
We have that as athletes, so we're all right to do this stuff sometimes. But I would always recommend people just listen to your doctors, do what they're saying, and follow them. But I don't do that. Innit? I would always go
So,
find my own way.
so I know you were saying genetics, but do you feel like the steroids had anything to do with it?
You know what? The only steroid that I could probably say was probably Tren and EQ. And I say, and more EQ than Tren because the thing is, EQ makes you produce a lot of red blood cells. And if
Hmm.
you're going to be producing a lot of red blood cells going around the body, then you need to have oxygen to match. On
Yeah.
top of that, as Ben would tell you, I smoke cigarettes. So if I smoke cigarettes, then I can't breathe properly and I'm producing so much red blood cells, then there's an imbalance there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Then it's
yeah.
like, obviously, you're getting high blood pressure, your heart's having to work harder, the kidneys is also working harder, and there's a total imbalance there. So that in itself creates heart failure in itself. So
Damn.
EQ was the worst. So when I kind of came off EQ, things calmed down a lot.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? So I've used EQ just to test out that that was actually a problem for me. I
Hmm.
used EQ again, and I wouldn't say the heart failure hasn't happened again,
Hmm.
but that sort of hard heartbeat that I was getting happened. It happens all the time when I'm on EQ.
Oh
So if
shit.
I ever use EQ, it has to be in very short bursts, stuff like that. I haven't
Yeah.
tried out Tread again just because I don't like the sweats and everything you get. And
Hmm.
then also GH, my heart grew 2 inches bigger as well. So yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
Yo, that's
So
scary. You
I guess so. Yeah, it's just I mean it's
you still smoke?
by accident. Yeah.
Uh, I used to smoke. I smoked like right before I joined the military, and then I stopped on my first deployment, started back up, and then I stopped. I haven't smoked cigarettes in like maybe like 10 years, 12 years or
Wow,
whatever.
I would
But
love to be
it's
like
a
that.
hard thing to kick. It's difficult. It's
Mate,
difficult.
you know, before we go on stage, I promise you, we do about, I can't lie, about 30 cigarettes before I go on stage, man.
Yo,
At
yeah,
least.
I used to be like that too.
Yeah. So
30
behind the
though?
stage, huh?
30 though? Damn.
But a lot, man. Probably in a day now, I've cut that now. In a day, I'll probably do about 7, 8. But, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I was probably doing about
Damn.
60 a day. Stress. Just unlimited stress there. On the phone, going crazy every day. Things are not going well in business. I'm just smoke one after the other. Do
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So,
shit. Things might not be going well because how much you spend in cigarettes. Shit. 60?
60, yeah, mate. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yo, I couldn't even. How many packs is that? That's
That's
crazy.
so that's basically about 3 packs
A
a day.
carton? Close
Yeah,
to a
that's
carton?
three of them a
Yo,
day.
that's expensive.
Yeah, yeah,
Damn.
proper. But yeah, but I've cut down quite a lot now because obviously now that we're coming back into the competing world as well, I can't
Hmm.
smoke and do everything that I need to do as well. It's just not going to work out properly. So I am trying my best to cut down and try and stop. But yeah, it's hard, man.
Have you ever tried to vape?
And I would never vape. I don't. The thing is, I can't go from one thing to the other.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just we have to stop. So we got Ramadan coming up. So hopefully in Ramadan, that's when I'll quit. That's when I usually quit. You know what I mean? But then I go
Uh,
back to the gym, and everyone in the bloody gym is smoking in the car
Smoking
park.
and
So that's
get
when I
you.
start again. Yeah, man. But so hopefully during this Ramadan again, I will be quitting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when I stopped, not to talk about smoking too much longer, but when I stopped, I switched to vaping, and then I was vaping like all the time. And then like my daughter, she had picked up one of my vape pens one time, and my wife was like, "Yo, your daughter sees you do it, she thinks it's okay." And I was like, "Shit, all right." When I come out here to live for good, I'm just gonna stop. And sure enough, the day I came out here, it was no nothing. I told myself like, "Yo, I'm stopping." I gave it to my daughter. She threw it in the trash, and that's been it. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been it. I just
Yeah.
stopped and
Yeah,
gave it
it's
up.
tough, man. It's tough.
It
That
is.
that whole gang cold turkey, can't sleep, sweating and everything.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it, though. I'm ready to give up, man. So yeah, 100%, 100%.
So your health is good now?
So health is my health is not bad. I mean, I'm getting as I said, I've got the shoulder pain at the moment as well. So
Mm,
they're just like so the AC joint. So I've in gel again in 2011. I split it in gel, so it's meant to be attached like that. Mine split about that much, but it didn't fully detach off. But they said that because I was so big, luckily it's holding it together, and I couldn't feel that much pain at the time.
hmm.
But now, like the pain is sometimes it's unbearable, so I might have to take a paracetamol or some sort of painkillers and then use that. And on top of that, the tablets that they've given me to take now, which is anti-inflammatories, I can't take because if I take that, then I can't take my heart tablets if I need to, and I can't take no other tablets. Yeah, because
Shit.
it doesn't go together with it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm better off trying to ride out the shoulder pain with a bit of painkillers than
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
these
yeah,
tablets. That means I can't take no other tablets. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Yeah, you see Darwin? I said you.
that's my smoking partner when we're at the shows. We're
I
smoking
forgot
one after
Darwin
the
smoked
other.
too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't remember him smoking that much though.
Darwin. No,
Yeah,
no,
Darwin. I don't remember him smoking that much.
no. Because usually I come with a cigarette, Darwin. Let's go outside,
Ah,
one after the
that's
other. So
what it
while
is.
he's smoking one, I've smoked about 2 to 3.
God damn. So, your shoulder injury and stuff. So you just like, yo, I'm gonna deal with the pain because I mean, if you've been bodybuilding for a while, you've had a shoulder injury. I don't know if it's been as bad as yours, but just dealing with that nagging pain. Sometimes you push through it. Sometimes you just take the time off and let it heal. But you feel like you can just push through it and
Yeah,
still compete at your top level.
because the thing is, look, we can't the time to take the time off to let it heal is not like 2 months, 3 months. It's like it could be 9 months to a year.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So what I am doing at the moment is just finding ways to work around it. Do you know what I mean? So I might not be able to do dumbbell flies do dumbbell flies, but I could do cable crossovers and stuff
Yeah,
like that, or use the
yeah.
pec fly machine. Do you know what I mean? So I need to just find alternatives to make it work. That's all it is. So
Oh,
the thing is, luckily for me, I've already got decent muscles and thickness in the muscles already. So my main focus, I mean, Cuts would probably agree, is to just bring in really good conditioning. So it's not, my focus isn't to go and grow more extra muscles. It's actually conditioning. So I'm lucky in that sense. If I had to grow more muscles, forget this year, man. I'll be coming back next year. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
feel that. So, this is, I mean, kind of off topic. So, what do you feel like your your biggest weakness is besides, I mean, I wouldn't even say conditioning is a weakness because you usually show up sharp as hell, but what would be your biggest weakness?
yeah. I think one is I have three. One is upper chest, two is
Mm,
lower back, and
mm,
three is definitely my abs and obliques, which I
mm.
think they could be better. See, I've never had abs and obliques sharp like say like Emil Walker. I think he's got the best abs. Like
Yeah, yeah,
Ali Bilal, I
yeah.
think he's got the best abs and
Oblique.
obliques together.
Yeah.
Complete. Do you know what I mean? I've never had it like that. So, being now I'm like 18 weeks out. I'm already working my abs and obliques, and I can start to see them come out. Where usually only peaks
Mm,
out after about in my last 6 weeks.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this year they're definitely going to look better. But my lower back and upper chest, look, I've already bloody hurt my AC joints. So doing any sort of upper chest hurts. But
Shit.
I'll find a way. 100%. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
those are my weakest points, and those are the points that I've been told by the judges, like Tarek, Tyler Mannion, and them lot as well. That those are the points that they would like to see improvements on, is my upper chest, lower back, and to be honest, they said, look, abs and obliques is fine, just bring more conditioning. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So you feel like you're starting to look better when it comes to upper chest, lower back? I know you said
yeah. I
the
feel
average obliques, but
yeah. So I feel upper chest. Well, my chest has grown overall with my shoulders, so that's coming along nicely. Lower back definitely is coming along slowly as well. And as I say, my abs and oblique is starting to come through. So I feel like once we start really bringing the conditioning, everything will stand out how it needs to be. So yeah, I
dang.
feel like we're in a decent place. But I sent Cuts a check in today, so I'm waiting for him to respond.
Oh, he
So
ain't
let's see.
responding yet. It might not
I
be
know.
good.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, when it's good, the thing is, when it's good, he rarely ever says you're good. He's like, cool, I'll catch you next week. So if he tells you you're good, it's like one of the best day ever, because he never ever says nothing, man. You know what I mean? It's a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Only if you do bad, he will like try and find out why you did bad and what you could do to not
Mm,
do that again. But if you do good, boy, I think only once or twice he's already said like, "Yo, man, this is dope. You're on," and that was it. So I'm waiting to hear those words again, man. You know what I
So,
mean?
so if he starts asking you questions, you know something was off this week.
Yeah, no, yeah, but I don't lie to him as well. So
Uh,
if I do
yeah,
bullshit,
yeah.
I have to tell him, like, I don't not like I don't care, but I don't care that I would get into trouble. It's better if he
If he knows,
knows. And I feel
yeah,
like more athletes need to be like this with their coaches. Look, we know you wasn't supposed to have a burger or sweets or whatever,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you've had it. At least if your coach knows, they might be able to adjust one or two meals just to make it work or increase the cardio. Because us going increasing cardio ourselves or thinking that we're going to inject more and it's going to help us out
mm,
might not be the way. And sometimes the coach might be looking, thinking, shit, my plan is not working, when really we've messed up. So it's
yeah,
better if he knows that, you know what, shit, I haven't been fully off plan, my sleep wasn't good, I was overly stressed and stuff like that. Then he might be able to adjust something, or he might be able to talk to me and make sure that I'm okay and I'm not that stressed anymore. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
yeah. So I always keep him updated. Yeah, always.
So working with a big name coach like Cuts and as many athletes as he coaches, celebrities as he coaches, being that honest, did you ever feel like, yo, if I tell him this, he might just drop me because he don't want to deal with my shit?
No, because to be honest, I think I've given Cuts a lot of headache, but he's actually put up with me, and it was surprising as well because you think like he was coaching, like say Ebanks, and he was, doing very well in 2022, and he was set
Hmm.
to, he comes second in 2021. So it was like Cut's actually taking us on and giving me the amount of time that he's given me, and same
Yeah.
as Omar, because Omar was a struggle for Cuts as well, because Omar, no matter how much food you gave
Hmm.
him, by the time he woke up in the morning, he was 4 kg down. No matter what, he was always losing weight. He
Damn.
could never hold his weight. So we was a little bit of a challenge for Cuts, but Omar, because he couldn't hold the weight, me,
Hmm.
because I couldn't just stick to the plan. It was always something was going wrong. Yeah, Cuts, I couldn't eat today because I was at the gym all day. Oh, Cuts, I had this problem. Oh, Cuts, I had an argument with this person. So he was like, damn, man, you've always got problems going on, man. So you need to stay focused, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And every week it would just be something new. But he always gave us his time. Always, no matter what, gave us the time, said the
That's
right
dope.
things, pushed us in the right direction. So I have to respect him for that, man. You know what I mean?
That's dope. So did you imagine being off for so long, off the
Uh,
stage for so long?
Not necessarily, but then I came back in 2023,
Hmm.
and that was like a bit of a disaster. I kind of rushed to come back as well. And as I say, both shows I came fifth and sixth place. And for me, that was good as well, because it's like, that taught me, number one, you shouldn't rush to be on stage, and I should have just waited it out a little bit longer and just let my body get better and start fresh again. And to be honest, Cuts was like, look, I don't really want you to compete, but I was like, look, but I really want to as well. So he was like, okay, let's just bring what you've got and see how you fit in again. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, and
Yeah.
even the judges said the same thing. Like, I was up in front of Steve and everyone, and they was like, look, man, this is not you. You usually bring, a good package. Like, this is not your usual package. Your back is not the same. Nothing is the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, take as long as you need off, but bring that package that we know you can
Mm.
bring. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, 2023 was like a
Damn.
disaster year, but it was also, as I say, it was also good because it's a good lesson. Do you know what I mean? To get beaten by these guys, people were laughing at me coming off the stage, like, "Yeah, we just beat you." I was like, "Yeah, man, you know what?" It was, even Darwin is like, "Bro, I beat you down on the." I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot." But it was nice. It was nice. It was nice. It was nice. It's a good lesson.
That's funny. All right, so that happened in 2023. Now you feel like you back in shape and you ready to go. So what you got coming up? What shows you plan on doing this year? Like, what's your plans?
So we got our first. So my first show is supposed to be Poland, which is May the 25th. So that
Mm,
gives us about 16, 17 weeks. Now, obviously, the only issue we have with that is Ramadan is exactly in about 26 days. So we're going to be fasting the whole month of March. Now, obviously, I already live in a military style regime anyway. I wake up the same times, I eat the same things, and I do the same things every day, and I train the same times. So
mm,
I just flip it into nighttime, which is not really a problem. So we just eat all the way through the night, fast during the day, and we're only fasting for 12 hours compared to our usual 18, 19 hours because the
mm,
time's backwards, so the hours are shorter. So we need to see how if Ramadan. I feel like if Ramadan goes well, then we will come out of Ramadan and be able to go into Poland well, because then we got 8 weeks after Ramadan. We got 8 weeks till Poland, or I could leave it. I could leave Poland and go for another plus 4 weeks. So we got 12 weeks, which would be in June till Spain and Dubai and all those sort of shows.
mm, mm.
Yeah, so it all depends, but I am going to stick to the Poland one, which is in 16 weeks, and just do the best that I can. I believe I can bring my best to that show anyway, and then go from there, because I want to be able to do that show, qualify for the Olympia, and then just work my ass off for Dubai, man. We need that Dubai money, man. We need
Man,
that
that
Dubai, we
Dubai
need that
money.
Dubai money.
Um, so with Ramadan, so I got done with a fast. I did a 21-day fast. It wasn't for food, it's for other things, but and that was pretty tough. So trying to compete and going through Ramadan, for you and also for other competitors that you may have talked to about it, how difficult is that? Because I can't even imagine like fasting for that long and then trying to come back and not stuff my face and not eat the wrong things.
Yeah,
Like, how difficult is that? And still being able to train and have
yeah.
energy to go on throughout my day.
Yeah, the thing is, you've got to really stay disciplined, because what I don't do in Ramadan is I don't eat. Like, so people like every day they're making fresh food and stuff like that. I don't
Mm-hmm.
eat that sort of food, so I still stick to whatever Cut says. That's what I stick to,
Mm.
and that's it. I don't go outside of that because if you taste a little bit of something nice, look, you're gonna mess up your diet.
Yeah.
So it's better not to have anything extra. Do you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
only thing
Yeah.
that I might have is some fizzy drinks, but again, because I don't want to feel unnecessarily hungry or tired during the day, so I don't drink coffee. I don't drink much fizzy drinks during that month, and there's a few just a loads of stuff
Not
that
to
I would
cut you,
just
not
cut
to
out.
cut you off, but when you say fizzy drinks, what do you mean?
Like
I've never
like
heard anybody
like, so,
describe.
like sodas. I think in America they'll call it like a soda, like Coke and Fanta and stuff like that.
So what about Coke Zero? Is that cool? Or what about sparkling water? Is that
No,
considered?
no, no, no. I can't do sparkling water. I don't know what the hell sparkling water is, but water
Oh,
shouldn't be
damn.
sparkling. I just like normal water. So I don't drink sparkling water. I just drink like maybe like a apple juice. I love apple juice, so
Oh,
maybe like a
okay.
little bit of an apple juice, stuff like that. But I
Yeah.
just generally don't do anything that could make me potentially hungry and stuff like that. I don't want
Mm,
to do that. Yeah, so I miss them sort of stuff out. Yeah,
I feel that.
yeah.
So Poland, um, Dubai, possibly Italy. Have you chosen? Would you do
Yeah,
any of those?
I've put my name down for Poland, and then
Mm.
obviously I put my name down for all the European shows. So we've got Portugal,
Okay.
Spain, and Italy.
Yeah.
So those I want to do anyway. And then Dubai is just Dubai. I think everyone's just going to turn up to Dubai. Win or lose, we're all going in it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, Dubai is just one of those ones. We've all just got to show up. So yeah,
What are they? Fifth place? Are they giving fifth place 5,000?
I think it's either 2.5 or 5,000 fifth place.
That's crazy that
Yeah,
fifth place is getting that. Man, first place in the other country, they ain't even getting that. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. Because fifth place is normally it's about $500, isn't it? So
Yeah, nah, fifth place is usually nothing. Third place is usually
oh,
500.
actually, yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, for real. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, pay, that's a whole nother subject. But I mean, while we talking about pay, so what do you do besides bodybuilding right now, and what are your plans for the future outside of bodybuilding?
So me myself, so we've got a few businesses running, and
Mm-hmm.
so there's a few businesses running that I can so I buy and sell cars.
Mm-hmm.
So I buy and sell used cars, and then I sell finance for cars as well. So if people
Mm-hmm.
like wanted to buy a car, they didn't have the cash, then we finance the cars for them. So I do that as well. We've got a sign shop. So how can I explain this? Like when you go outside the shop and there's this big sign outside the shop. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so we've got our shop, so we do that as well. Yeah, so and then just coming out of the gym, so we're just working off coming out of the gym, and I've got a few online shops as well, so we buy and sell loads of stuff online, and I've got eBay and Amazon shops as well.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah, I know, man. I need to get a life. I really need to get a life. So, 'cause honestly, all I do is I work around the clock, man. I really work around the clock a lot.
How much sleep do you get then?
You know what? Yeah, I get about. See, Cuts is. I hope Cuts is not watching, but I usually get around 4 to 6 hours.
Damn.
But every now and again, sometimes in the month, I will like at least once a month, twice a month, I'll sleep for about 20 hours. Do you know what I
Just
mean?
straight, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just like go sleep and then wake up like, bro, where am I? How did I get here? Like shit like that. You know what I mean? So I just
Yeah.
sleep for a long time, but again, it's something that I'm used to, because what I'll do, I'll fall asleep and then I'll probably sleep for about an hour, wake up, think of something, then jump on Google, check it out, and I'll wake up and I'll start working again. So what I need to do is learn how to switch off because I do work too much. Do you know what I mean? I work way too
Damn.
much.
You take
Way
naps
too
throughout
much.
the day too?
Every now and again. I try not to, otherwise my body becomes tired around that time there. So I
Mm,
try not to. I do a lot of computer work. I'm always on a computer doing something, but I try not to. I try not
damn.
to. So yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's hard, but I think it's more harder for us because I try to do a lot of things. If I think it in my head,
Hmm.
then in my head it means it can happen in real life. Then I try to do it in real life. That's it.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Damn,
Yeah,
ambitious.
yeah.
So,
So I'm not scared of taking risk. I'll take the risk. Yeah.
so you got any future plans with any of that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, this at the same time. I'm like some of the businesses I want to sort of not give up, but let other people run it just to focus on like the bodybuilding and building up sponsorships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and obviously I've got my own clothing business that I actually need to push out there. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, that's taking a back seat because I'm like, if that kicks off,
Yeah. Yeah.
then all my other businesses can't run. And I don't want to
Mm,
do half a business where it's like, half of it's running, but we can't get this or they can't get this closed. I need everything to run 100%. So I don't even promote it very well. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So, the local people are able to get it, but I don't sell it to everyone on purpose. So, yeah,
Damn.
yeah. On the marketing side, marketing side, we're good. We do a bit of marketing as well. AJ, he's here. He's with me as well. So he's from the marketing background. So he knows a hell of a lot of stuff that he shows us. He's the one who's taking over my Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. And he's pushing out the videos. So he knows what he's doing.
That's dope. How's your TikTok doing?
Yeah, TikTok is alright. I don't really go on there that much. I purposely don't go on TikTok because I used to go on there and you
Waste
get lost in the video.
too much
So
time. Yeah.
yeah, so AJ does the TikTok videos and stuff like that. Yeah, so he deals with that. I think in the past couple of like in the past probably 2 weeks, he's grew it by like 2,000 followers or something like that. So he's doing well on there. Yeah, same as the Instagram. In the past 2.5 weeks, he's grew it by like nearly 18,000 followers. So
Damn.
he's done very well on there. Yeah, yeah. So he knows what he's doing.
That's
He
what's
knows what he's
up.
doing. I got my full trust in him. Yeah, 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 yeah,
How
yeah.
how what about sponsorships and all that? Are there any that you're looking for specifically, or that you had offers for, or how's that going?
No, so at the moment, I haven't. I wouldn't say I've been specifically looking
Hmm.
because personally, I haven't been in the game competing, and I feel like the sponsors always like people when they're out there. Either you're competing, or you're a
Yeah.
YouTuber, or you're
Yeah.
one of those Instagrammers doing something. And to be
Yeah.
honest, remember, I've just really started back up my social media again.
Hmm.
So right now, I haven't been actively looking for sponsorships, but AJ, he's been out there talking to a few different people and seeing what people want for us to do. And then
Hmm.
my main thing is to keep pushing out the videos, keep doing everything I need to do, and then just to work myself back on and get back on stage. So yeah, that's it. My main thing is just to bring my best. So that's why I messaged you. You see what I told you this year. I'm trying to be unbeatable, especially in Europe. America's a whole different space in it, but in Europe, I'm
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to be unbeatable. And right now, our unbeatable guy is City. Right now, do you know what I mean? So I need to go
Ah.
and take him out.
City man, yo. Speaking of City, how do you think he hasn't posted anything? How do you think he's gonna be looking for the Arnold?
Nah, he will look good. City's he's one of those Africans. He reminds me of my brother. Like they're just able to do stuff. Do you know what I mean? And he's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
great genetics as well. And to be honest, with us Africans, our work
Mm,
ethic is very good. No matter what,
yeah.
even if we work for 23 hours, the last 24 hours won't be sleep. We'll be in the gym and do what we need to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So CD would definitely bring a good package, and then he's had the time off as well because usually he's always competing, but he's had from Olympia till now off, so he's definitely going to bring an amazing package. You know what I mean? I think his name hasn't been in the mix to do any sort of winning, but he would definitely do a lot of damage. I think there's going to be a big shocker there, so let's see.
A big shocker just with him, or you think overall in Arnold?
I think overall with Arnold, because if you looked at the last year's Arnold,
Hmm.
it went so unexpectedly. That's not what we thought was going to happen. Do you know what I mean? So I know we've got our E-Banks, our Ali Bilals, our Vitors in there, but I wouldn't count no one out because last year I wouldn't have placed some of the guys where they placed. You know what I mean? I would have thought it was a
Yeah.
battle between, say, Corey Morris and Emmanuel Hunter and them lot. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was quite shocking. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think all the boys will do well. Everyone looks good right now. Everyone looks good right now. So
Everybody does the guy. Yeah, I agree. Maybe one. I would. Yeah, maybe one. Not looking like the greatest, but I mean, it's the Arnold. Everybody's gonna look good. So since we on there, and before we get off there, is there anything else that you wanted to share?
yeah. So that's it. I'm just back. I'm doing my thing again. You know, I'm getting a lot of support, a lot of messages from people in terms of which videos to bring out. People are loving the videos that we're putting out there. I'm genuinely my own self, so whatever I think, and that's what I would share. And in the background, as I say, I support a lot of athletes. I've always got athletes
Yeah, yeah,
messaging
yeah.
me. You know, I've got athletes messaging me. Some of them send me their physique. I'm very upfront as well. I'll never bullshit you.
That's
Man,
what's
if you
up.
look bad, I'm going to tell you you look bad. So before you ever send me your physique, please understand I might tell you you look bad and go and work on yourself. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I expect
Damn.
athletes to do with me. Never
Yeah,
tell me I'm looking good when you know I look shit, man. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, we
Tell
all.
me how my abs look right now, because they they in there.
And
They.
it's a good start. You're on a good road. That's a good start. It's a good start. It's a good start.
I retired, man. How long I've been retired for? Like 2 years now.
It's
I
been a
mean,
while,
you
isn't it?
retired for 2 years. I tore my Achilles. Yeah. To even see like a little ab, I feel good. I feel
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Nah, it's been good, man. I think it's going to be a good year. As I say, all the athletes are bringing amazing packages, so I know I have to step up my game because I took a whole year out and I haven't done nothing. So in my eyes, I'm a little bit behind, which means I've got to work 10 times more harder than everyone right now. And again,
Yeah.
man, I want to be the best in Europe, man. You know what I mean? Don't worry about America. We'll be coming over there soon. But right now, I've got to dominate Europe. So I'm working my best to be able to do that and just step on the stage with some of these boys again. It's going to be good, man. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it should
One
be
thing
good, man.
I could do to share with that. So when I was competing, how long did I compete? I competed 10, 12 years. It was a lot of times that I took breaks off. The longest break I took was 2 years off. And then I came back. So obviously you got cuts, you got your coach, and he'll tell you he's looking at other competitors, so he could tell you how you stack up. And I had the same thing with Derek, DJ Pure, who
Yeah.
was my coach the entire time. But I got in my head a lot, a whole lot, like, yo, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I look good or whatever. But just to trust in your coach, and he's definitely, and I know you do, but he's definitely gonna tell you though, yo, we ain't ready, or yo, I think you could
Yeah,
do it. I think you can
yeah,
do it, but
yeah,
just trust in him and push out whatever anybody else says, because they could feed you bullshit. Coach could be, I mean, Cuts could be saying, "Yo, I don't think you're ready right now," but you might have your homeboy and you're like, "Man, don't listen to what he's talking about. You look good. You step
yeah,
on
yeah,
stage,"
yeah,
or
yeah,
vice
yeah,
versa. So yeah,
yeah,
definitely trust in your coach. That's something that I wish I would have did more during that time, because there was a lot of times he was like, "Yo, you look good. You need to compete." And I was in my own head. And I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm ready. And I missed out on a lot of shows I felt like I could have won, but
yeah. And Cuts is like that. Cuts, you see, usually what I'll do is I might send Cuts someone and say, like, Cuts, man, I don't have the abs and the obliques they've got. And Cuts is like, don't
yeah.
worry about it. You look 100 times better. So with the Italy show, I kept on, I kept on saying, Cuts, Emil's going to beat me. He's like, look, forget Emil. He looks good. But you
Yeah.
look good. I'm telling you, focus on your own self, worry about your posing, and forget everybody else. And at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, even though I compete against Emil and Omar, well, I'm in
Mm-hmm.
a group with them. So what we do is we motivate each other all the time. So we send each other's physiques in the group and right, you
That's
need
dope.
more upper chest, you need more back, you need more this. So even though we go against each other, we're still a
Yeah.
very strong team helping each other. If I feel down, I'll call Emil. If Emil feels down, he'll call me. If me and Emil both feel down, we'll call Omar. So Omar's like the big uncle in the group, keeping us all together kind of thing. So it's nice to have that sort of thing in the UK. In the UK, it's actually like that. There's a whole load of people, like, I've got a few people here, like Joe, Pap, H, all these people, AJ, they're all in the group right now that I could just hit up and say, I'm feeling like shit. And they're like, you know what, don't worry, we'll come to your gym just to make sure you train. That's what it's like. That's the
Damn.
sort of support we've got in the UK. Like, people are coming from far. It's, especially
Damn.
my win in 2022, people are coming, making sure that I'm training every day. Otherwise, I wouldn't train. Do you know what I mean?
Oh
Just because
shit.
I'm so tired. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's lovely when you got this sort of stuff happening, man. So I don't know how it is in America, but in the UK, we've got that vibe anyway. We could all hit up each other, go train, push each other to carry on, and critique each other, and we don't take it to heart. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know
Yo,
about you, America.
that's
I,
dope.
I don't think that can happen in America, mate.
So in America it's different. Like you do have like small groups of people, and sometimes they'll train together and it's good, and they'll train together for an extended period of time, which is cool. But for the most part, yo, this social media stuff, and nothing against it because I love it. We're always on it. but that's taken away from that. So most people they'll come together and train for social media, so they can post it, they can talk about their workouts and post it for notoriety and stuff like that. But that's really all it is here in the U.S. for the most part.
Yeah,
It ain't
yeah.
that, yo, I'm gonna make sure I'm pushing you and hey, did you go train today and that type of stuff. Nah, not so much.
Yeah. See, the thing is, people don't even know that me, Emil, and Omar, we have what we have, that type of group, because they wouldn't believe it. They'll be like, but you guys are
Mm.
going up on stage against each other. And but I'm like, wait, I'm making sure Emil's like, even when I'm on stage with Emil, like Emil's like, yo, just chest up, like flex your back. And I'm like, all right, Emil, squeeze your abs. Like,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah,
both on stage, like trying to beat each other. But at the same
yeah.
time, that's
That's
my guy,
dope.
so I don't care. I need to make sure that he's doing well. He makes sure that I'm doing well. Same as Omar, you know, then we had Omar, Emil, and Yemi on the stage. And I'm like, fuck, we got three guys on the stage and they're making sure each other's doing better. So I don't know. That's just what we're like in the UK, man. But it's our, you know, our group, our vibes. That's how we are, man. So yeah, we support each other like that, and it's a very big thing for us, man. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yo,
man.
speaking of Yemi, is how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Yemi. Yeah,
Yo, I'm excited to see what he's about to do again. Yo, I've been a big fan of his since the first time I seen him years ago, and I'm like, yo, this dude, he might be able to be Mr. Because this was back when Raymond was big, and I just like their physiques are somewhat similar. They're different, but they somewhat. He just reminded me of Raymond, the way he carried himself and everything. I'm like,
yeah,
yo, this dude he could be something. And then when he came in and won a couple of shows that people weren't expecting him to win,
yeah, yeah.
I'm wait. Is he competing this year?
Yemi, I mean, he's qualified for Olympia already, so I think if he's going to compete, his probably first show would probably be Dubai. But he's more
Mm-hmm.
focused is
Olympia.
obviously his main focus is Olympia, and
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be fair, like the structure Yemi has is amazing already.
yeah.
But you know, if he just had a little bit more time, because he's never really had a proper off season. Well, he's never really had an off season because he's always going from competition to competition. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, with the off season that he's got now, I can tell you he's going to bring an amazing package. So I think with the size and you know, being at, I think he's about 6'7". So
Yeah,
being that tall and trying to fill up that sort of frame there is anyone that knows is not easy. You know what I mean? And trying
yeah.
to keep that full and bring the correct condition as well is really hard. But you know, he does very well. He does very well. So yeah, he's on point. Yeah, I mean, he's on point. So he's definitely going to be bringing something nice this year. 100%.
That's
100%.
dope.
Him, all of us will. I think Emmy, Omar, Emil, our group, you know, there's a few more guys, you know, Tyler Smith and everyone, Mitch and Isaac and them lot. We're definitely going to bring something nice. It's coming from the UK anyway.
Who's the best out of all y'all though? If you had
Ah,
to say, because I know you're gonna be honest, if you could pick one and say, yo, this is probably the best out of UK right now, who would you say? And let's take out Ali if y'all consider him UK, and let's take out Ryan Terry.
uh, so the best in the UK right now, probably I would have to say Yemi, you know that. So right now,
Oh,
Emil probably, you know what? You know
Emil
that,
ain't gonna
you know,
like
the
that.
reason why I have to say Yemi
Yeah,
is because he's actually done consistently well and he's been in
yeah.
front of, say, Emil and both Emil and Omar. So
Mm,
all of them have done okay in their own right, fair enough, but none of them have actually beaten Yemi. So
ooh.
he's the one who's done the best so far this year. Do you know what I mean? Well, the year just gone. So I would put Yemi in front, probably followed by Emil, then Omar, and then actually wait, I
Omar
even I
above
have to
you?
say again.
Have
Oh
you
no,
put
no, no,
Emil and Omar and all them
no,
above
no, no,
you?
no. No, these people, they're not above me. I'm just talking amongst themselves. Me, I'm a whole different kettle of
Oh,
fish.
Nah,
Yeah, yeah. My situation is different. My situation is different.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I think you know what. If I stepped on stage with all of them, I don't care how whatever they think or whatever they say, I
Emil,
would.
you, Omar,
I'm
Yemi. Who else we putting on
destroying them.
there?
I
You
am
destroying all
destroying
of
them.
them?
I'm destroying them. So far, I've beaten everyone apart from Yemi. So at some
Oh
and
shit.
plus Yemi's from Nigeria as well. So doesn't really. I'm from Ghana. He's from Nigeria. Our
Yeah,
food is definitely better. But I definitely, 100%. I'm gonna beat Yemi this year. I'm hoping to step on stage with him somewhere before we get on stage. It'll be a nice battle. He pushes you as well to do a lot because, as I say, with a
yeah,
tall frame, that conditioning. And he's very good at posing as well. Yemi's posing is on point. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll definitely have to give it to him. Right now, I would say he's probably our UK best. Yeah. But he's our UK best, and Emil is our UK flag guy. You know, he looks the best. He's got the smile. The ladies love him. Yeah, you know.
So that means I'm gonna circle Dubai because I feel like that's when you and Yemi and I feel like Emil's gonna be out there for whatever reason. I feel like that's probably gonna be it's gonna be a huge show. I could see City being out there,
Everyone.
Aaron
I
Banks
think
gonna be out there,
Yeah, I
Ali
think
might be
Ali
out
Bilal.
there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah. All the top guys
ah,
with the amount of money that they're giving,
yeah,
you would be crazy not
to
to
pass that up.
try because you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know what could happen. Look at last year; no one thought it was gonna go that way, and MJ come, and yeah, it's crazy, man.
yeah.
So
MJ,
Abisai
forgot
as well.
about him, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
MJ, Abisai, they all done well out there, and so as I say, everyone's bringing that package. You know what I mean? So we've all got to actually step our game. Well, forget everyone. I'm stepping my game up anyway, man. I have to. I have to. I'm not getting beaten like 2023 ever again.
Oh, I
So these
feel you.
people can come off the stage and laugh at me. Forget that.
So
So
I
yeah.
got two more things. One thing is a selfish question I got for you. Who do you think is the best conditioned athlete in men's physique today? My pick would be Tyler Smith. I seen him in person. We competed against each other. I feel like his conditioning is the best above all. It used to be Ryan Terry. My first show abroad we did in Korea together, and like when I seen his condition, I was like, "Yo, this dude is insane." But like today, now Tyler Smith. Who do you say?
I think uh, Danny Amos.
You said Danny Amos.
Yeah,
Who the Fit Physique guy?
yeah. I think him. I think he's the most conditioned. You don't think so? I mean,
I've never seen him
Tyler
in
is.
person. I never seen him in person. Just like pictures, and videos. He is like one of the most conditioned. I would say top five without thinking about it too hard. Top seven without thinking about it too hard. Not saying that he's seven. I would just have to look at everybody, but
I don't know if
I
he's
don't
more
know more than
conditioned than.
Tyler.
Yeah, I think 100%. I think more than Tyler because then you got to think that we have another guy in the UK called Mitch,
Yeah.
and Mitch I think has even more conditioning than what Tyler has. Do you know what I
Is
mean?
he with the tattoo? He got a tattoo on his
Yeah,
chest around
yeah,
his nipple.
yeah,
He more
yeah, yeah, yeah.
conditioned than Tyler.
He's more
So Alex
conditioned.
was saying that for real.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So that's why I think
Damn, I
Danny
gotta see
Amos
this
as
dude.
well. Danny Amos, I think the last time that he competed, and I think I don't know what year that was, but when he beat Andre DU, I think it was Texas Pro, one of those
Texas
shows.
Pro, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that conditioning was absolutely crazy. So he brings in a nice, decent condition. So yeah, I would say so. But otherwise, Mitch or Tyler Smith, they're good. They're not bad.
Mm.
They're not bad. Yeah, they
Have you
bring
ever
something.
seen Danny in person?
I see. Not competition wise. He was at the Olympia when we was at the Olympia.
Uh,
Yeah, so he was
you don't remember
there,
like
but I
looking
don't
at him?
think that.
No.
Yeah, that year he wasn't competing. That year
Oh,
he
okay.
wasn't competing.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, people are being out of order saying Mitch is too skinny, but Mitch is really conditioned.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Mitch is Yeah, 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 yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So the last thing I wanted to talk about was so we got the Arnold 4 weeks out. I already know who you got, but I want to hear it again. Who you got winning the whole thing? I, maybe you remember? Do you remember everybody that's in it? You know everybody that's in it?
Yeah. So, look, man, I'm gonna stick.
Top
Oh, mate.
four, top five. Because I think top four might be too easy. Top five. Who you got?
Uh, uh, You know what? Yeah, until Diogo started showing his, until Diogo started
Yo,
showing up, I'm like, rah, I don't know.
yo.
You know what? I don't. Okay, I'm not gonna give it in order. Apart from, I'm gonna say I think Ali Bilal's gonna win. I've
Okay.
got my money on Ali Bilal winning, so I hope he wins, so I can keep my money. And then, then I think definitely, Ebanks, Diogo, Vitor, and Emmanuel Costa or CD. I'm not sure. I
Damn.
go with.
And
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with City.
and then you go Costa.
Yeah, after that, yeah.
Is that
So I'll go.
because he's on cuts with you, or what? I'm just
Ah,
wondering. Is that because he's on team cuts too, or what? I'm just
no, but
wondering.
he's actually a good athlete, and he does look good. He will come in. He will
Yo, he
definitely come
looks
in
good
time.
right now. He
Yeah,
looks good. I didn't even know he was working with cuts, but like after seeing him, I was like, yo, he's improved a lot. Not that he looked bad before, and then I realized he's with cuts, and I'm like, all right, well that makes a lot of sense because yo, he's on point.
yeah. It's you know what? It's really hard to put them in order. Even like I don't know if we can actually say 100% is
Nah,
Ali Bilal's gonna win. I think anything could happen on the day because look, with the way Diogo's looking, who would have thought he would come with such a look? His whole midsection has come in like really nice and tight, and
yeah,
this is a brand new Diogo that we're looking at. Same as Ebanks, he's coming in tighter, more fuller already. Like these
yeah.
last 4 weeks out, and he's just getting more condition and condition. So I don't know. It would just be hard to say, but I think that would be the top six, and then it's just where they're going to place the guys. But my money's on Ali Bilal. That's it. But I don't know. I can't say for 100%, who's going to win. But yeah, that's my top six.
Damn, that ain't. I like that top six. That's not bad at all. What about Alessandra? You
Alice,
don't
oh
think he
yeah,
fits in
yes.
there?
Yeah, I mean, do you know what it is? Alessandro, I feel if he can bring in, Alessandro's got a nice, again, he's someone very tall. And,
Hmm.
sometimes it takes him a good couple of shows to actually bring that crazy
Yeah,
condition.
yeah,
Again,
yeah.
I feel like it's one of those shows, if he brings in that crazy conditioning, I think you, yeah, I don't know. Make it top seven, throw him in there somewhere. I don't know. It's hard to say
Damn.
where it's hard to say where he would come in, but is he beating City? Is he beating, Costa 100%? I don't know. I'm not too sure. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think
Did you
so.
see that guy Dimitri? What do you think about him? The guy that won the Arnold amateur last year.
Yeah. I mean, again, he looks good as well, but is he beating City and all these guys?
Mm,
I don't think so. Do you know what I mean? That's what I said. All the guys are gonna look good. They're gonna definitely put on a good
everybody, yeah.
show, but it's like. Let's be real. Can they beat these guys if they're on? I'm telling you, City's going to be 100% on. There's no way. And the worst thing about City is he'll probably fly from Africa 3 days, before the show and still come and do damage. That's what he does. He goes to
Damn.
Africa. He's doing his whatever he's doing there, and he just turns up to the show and somehow he just does his thing. You know what I mean? He's got one amazing genetics, man. So
How's his English? Is it good?
it's not too bad. It's not too bad. He speaks City's Spanish speaking, so if
Yeah.
you can understand Spanish, you can definitely have a go with him. But yeah,
Uh,
and it's
I
crazy.
wanted to have more of an interview because nobody knows like too much about him. He's always like you said, like he's out, he's doing his thing, and then he just shows up. And everybody's like, "Damn,
Yeah, yeah, this is what he's like. I'm telling you, he's like one of those African warriors, man. He's in Africa building the gym and he's living out there. Then he flies back, does a show, and he goes straight back there again. So, yeah, he's one of those guys, man. And funny thing is, his coach is Italian as well. So I'm like,
oh shit."
I don't know how you guys communicate, but whatever you're doing, it's working, man.
For sure, for sure. No, I think I
Yeah,
think I think top three, honestly, in my opinion, is a lot between Banks, Diogo, and Ali.
yeah,
I don't know who, and that's not to count anybody else. Anybody can show up, especially how this guy's been looking, and win it. Well, I could say seven guys could show up and possibly win, especially if some guys are off and they come as their best. But top three, I think that's pretty much a lot with those three. After that, like you said, the Costa guy, that dude, Ryan Clark. Have you ever seen Ryan Clark in
yeah.
person? He's
Wait, did I see him at the
built,
Olympia? I
yo,
can't
he's
remember.
built like a tank. He didn't do
Yeah,
Olympia then, but he's built like a tank, I mean, just a tank. And I was saying he needs to change his name from Black Diamond to the Black Tank or something because he's just like, I mean, in this when he hits his front pose, like he hits it and he doesn't move, and that shit is crazy. Like
yeah.
it's crazy.
But you
And,
know what? It's funny. It's funny you say that because it wouldn't be surprising to see a lot of these guys that we're counting at the top three. actually
Yeah.
be within this top three mix. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a difficult show to actually call out all of these people. Because look at even this, I missed that Ryan Clark's name, and this is a guy who could easily come and steal like second or third place. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough show, man.
I
Definitely going to be a tough show.
I keep advocating. I want to see Ryan. If I could get Ryan, Diogo, and Jason Hyun all next to each other and see what that looks like at their best, I think that would be something. That'd be
Yeah,
something to see. But yeah, like after those top three, Vitor, you don't know if he brings his conditioning all the way. Yo, the judges love him.
yeah, yeah,
His shape is nice.
yeah,
Um, Costa, Ryan, Jason, the other guy. What's this guy's name? I can't remember. Gonzalez, something. He's from Brazil as
yeah.
well. City, Alessandra. Like it's show's gonna be crazy. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, they have to
I'm
bring. Yeah,
excited.
yeah, it's definitely going to be. I mean, because there's a lot of sizes there. Alessandro and Ebanks, they've kind of got the same sort of. They're tall.
Mhm.
They got that big frame. Versus you got like your Ali Bilals and your Diogo. They got the more of a smaller frame. So it's going to be interesting to see all of these guys side by side. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna be a tough show, man. It's gonna be a tough show, but hopefully Ali Bilal can do it and bring it home. If not, then boy, I would love to see Ebanks get his title back. I would love to see. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love to see Ebanks get his title back, and yeah, wind a few more people up, and let's go from there.
Yo, that would be dope too. That would
Yeah,
be dope too.
100%, 100%. He gets the division working harder, man. So it's good, man. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Yo, that's all the questions I have for you. Is there anything else you could think of? It just pop up in your mind you want to share? Put out?
Nah, I think that's it, man. Just I just think just thanks to everyone who's been supporting me, supporting my channel, and just showing me love. And that's it, man. We're just gonna bring the best for you guys and do what we do, man. So, as I say, people are always DMing me, asking me questions and stuff like that as well. So just keep it up and just let me know what you guys need help with, man. And let's try and yeah, but just stop asking me where to buy steroids, man, because I don't know, man. Don't ask me that because I was not going to tell you. I was not trying to go back to jail. That
Man.
was only fun once, man. Yeah, but that's about it, man. But that's it, man. Always ask me the advice. I'll tell you the truth, and we go from there. Guys, my next show is going to be Poland, hopefully May the 25th, straight after Ramadan. And Ramadan, actually, we're going to put out a lot of videos as well, so you can actually see what the Ramadan prep is like. You know what I mean? The times we eat, what we go through, and stuff like that as well. So yeah, it should be good, man. It should be good because there's a lot of people that actually don't know what we go through or what we do.
Yeah.
So you see every single meal that we eat, the times that we're actually training and stuff like that, and especially the last meal that we eat before we finish fasting and start the day again. So you see. So yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned for that. It should be good, man.
That's wild. All right, so we got Poland 17 weeks, possibly Dubai 21 weeks.
Yeah,
Yo, we're looking forward to that.
yeah.
Before we get off, what is there anything else that you would want to see from this page, from Mens Physique Central?
I think I think you're, I think it's on a good track. Just probably more, I think more updates, more discussions about the shows and what is happening like
Mm,
within the industry and stuff like that. And because your page is more genuine. I mean, what we saw about the interview with like say Aaron Banks, as you were saying, the other page done with Aaron Banks and Ali Bilal.
mm,
I know they're probably trying to cause a bit of hype, but stuff like that
yeah,
can also cause a very big problem because we know the way Banks said whatever he said, it wasn't like that. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
that could have made things go a little bit of the wrong direction. So I think just more discussions, more people coming on, like interviews like this is good as well because we get to understand, the life of, our athletes as well. Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
So we're supporting them, but some of the athletes we just don't know nothing about them. Do you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
yeah, and probably to see some of the athletes that are going to be doing the Arnolds, them up on the page and them talking about what they're going through, what they're doing, and how they think they're going to do, and what their prep is like. So that'll be really good, man. Ryan Clark, like I've been online with him a few times on the Men's Physique news page, but it's been a while since I've seen anything of him. I totally even forgot he was doing the show. So would be nice to see them guys on the page, to tell us about what they do.
Okay. Hey,
And
definitely. Hey, you hear from any of
and
those? Oh,
some
go ahead.
more international athletes as well. So some, yeah, some Indian athletes, some Iranian athletes, because there's a lot happening out there, and to be honest, they feel left out because it's
Yeah,
like they don't. No one talks to them. No one asks them nothing. And you can see them in the comments, like
yeah, yeah.
right now in India, it's about 3 a.m. and for them to be up to be watching every time you guys come online, they're in there straight away. So it'd be nice to get on some of their athletes, so they can share what they do and what they go through. Because remember, like, we're in the West, so it's more easier for us. Where actually we can get everything. Them, they struggle to get a lot of stuff. They can't even get beef out there. Do you know what I mean? So imagine that. Yeah, so it's deep, man.
That's wild.
Yeah,
So
Abdul, if you got
that
Pakistani, that too. Yeah, God.
so that it's funny that you bring that up. This is why I was pointing. So back before I took over this page, I just took it over in November. That was a big thing. Like when I lived in Japan and Korea and I competed with these people, these other competitors, and they were never getting posted. Nobody talked about them. Um, I remember the other page, Men's Physique News, I would send like whenever they would do like a show in Asia and I would
Yeah,
hear about it, I would send it to them and be like, yo, you didn't post this. You posted all the United States shows or maybe like the Europe shows, but you're forgetting about Asia. And every
yeah,
once in a while he'll take it and he'll post it, but a lot of times he just wouldn't post it. And it used to frustrate me. And I'm like, yo, why are you not posting all of these other competitors? So that's one thing that I will be making sure that I keep track of when the shows start. I know if you've seen at the end of last year, like the Japan show, the China show, I was making sure to cover those and post those. But that's one of the main things. Like I want to make sure everybody gets seen and heard if they're, I don't want to use the word worthy, but if they're putting in the effort and the work and they're accomplishing their goals and the mission, that's who I want to focus on showing and
yeah,
headlining. Like right now we got the Arnold, so that's what you see. It's like mostly Arnold. And then whatever shows we have after that, that's who I'm going to promote at that time, unless something big happens. But I like the feedback. I like the feedback. I think I want to do more interviews too with
yeah,
people. But I mean,
yeah.
it's hard. You got Men's Physique, Men's Physique Radio, Alex and them. They doing a good job with the interviews and all that. And then that other side, I can't even think of the name that had posted Aaron's thing, and
Yeah, they're called up.
Alex was
Was it
talking.
Beyond the
Beyond
Stage or something like
on the
that?
stage,
Yeah,
they're
because
out in
they're
UK,
from
right?
they're from the UK. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
But with them, it's like they will post any news, and I do understand what they're doing is like
Mm,
sometimes this stuff just causes a little bit of hype. It causes more people to be interested and stuff like that. But the
mm,
game is never like that, and Aaron by himself, he can do all of that sort of stuff. So he don't need no one's help in trying to cause any controversy. He does that well by himself. You know what I mean? So, but I
yeah,
feel like obviously Men's Physique Radio, they're more of a sit down to discuss. So it just depends. Whereas like Men's Physique News, they do the more coaches corner type stuff and posting like shows and stuff like that. So there's always a way, but it's just the international athletes.
yeah, yeah,
No one ever thinks about them. You know what I mean? And in Brazil, how many athletes have they got out there? India, there's a decent amount of athletes, and
yeah.
we need to want these people to cross country as well and compete in other places. And they just feel like they can't. So there's a bit of a struggle there because not all of them can get visas and stuff like that as
That's
well.
true.
So yeah, just to be hearing about them, or for us like Ben, like when Ben flew over there and done the competition over there, it's quite wild, and they really respect this bodybuilding thing. Do you know what I mean? Those countries, man.
No doubt. All right, wait, we've been on here. It's about an hour and a half now.
Oh
Yo, I
shit!
appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on here. I
Yeah,
appreciate you and AJ reaching out. Like, I'm glad you're able to share your story, things you've been through and what you got coming up. I thank you for that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, no doubt, no doubt. Anything you need help with or anything you need, just always let us know, man. We're always around tapping into people, and especially like the people you can't reach, like say City and them lot. Let us know, and we can support you anywhere you need, man.
No doubt. I appreciate that. I don't know. We might need an interpreter for city. I don't know.
Don't worry, I can find you an interpreter. That's no problem. No, that's all good. It's all good.
All
It's all
right.
good.
Hey, well, I appreciate it again. And if y'all got any questions, just DM me. Leave a comment. I'm gonna post this live. Also, AJ would say he might have somebody maybe chop it up or whatever, but we'll see what we do with
Okay.
that.
All right, then cool.
All right, then I'll holler at you.
All right, nice one. Bye-bye.